Tesla just released a massive new software update that is the biggest update we have gotten in months. We've got some huge new features here for Spotify, totally overhauled and all new in your Tesla. We've got some big updates here to gaming in your Tesla. Sentry Mode just got way better. This is a software update rolling out now that you're going to absolutely love. Let me tell you about all these new features. Plus, we've got a surprise update coming to the Model Y. We've been very focused on the Model 3 refresh, but a Model Y refresh might be coming before the Model 3, basically any day this month. Let me tell you about what Tesla is changing and what we know. Plus, I've got some bad news on the cheaper Model 2 that you're going to want to know about, and a surprise range boost might be coming to your Tesla for free. As always, there is a whole lot of news happening in the wild world of Tesla, so let me break down everything you need to know. And also, I'm doing another giveaway. If you want some free money that you can win and spend however you want on Amazon, stay tuned until the end of the video to learn more on how you can enter to win totally for free. And also, a huge thanks to ShockFlow for sponsoring this video. All right, let's start with some of the less exciting stuff and get that out of the way first. That is, I guess, to start with Volvo. They are the latest automaker to announce they are jumping on the NACS bandwagon, now joining the ranks of Rivian, GM, and Ford, all announcing that they are switching to the Tesla charging connector, otherwise known as NACS, which also means that they are going to join all these companies that'll get exclusive access to every Tesla supercharger location, at least in North America. Now, some people are happy about this, some people don't care, but one other interesting tidbit I did think was worth pointing out is that in an interview recently with GM CEO, she said that while still obviously as the terms of this agreement with Tesla are very confidential and they could vary by automaker to automaker, GM at least is not going to be paying any premium, at least their owners won't, to use the Tesla supercharger network. This is interesting because for non-Tesla EVs right now that can charge at a handful of stations, with the Magic Dock adapters, they are paying a higher rate. I guess they can also join some sort of Tesla plan and get reduced rates, but bottom line is that they are currently paying higher rates than Tesla owners. But apparently when this switch happens and all the cars gain the native port, at least GM owners will not be paying a higher rate. It's safe to assume that this is probably the case for all automakers, and maybe Tesla sort of doing this as a way to incentivize them to all sort of join in on the NACS team. Not sure if this is good or bad. Again, many owners are upset because this sort of means superchargers are going to be more congested. We could see more downtime. They're going to be busier. Just not as big of an advantage to Tesla owners, especially if Tesla owners aren't getting any exclusive pricing. But this also means that if you want to switch away from Tesla and go with another EV, there's at least a handful of companies now you can choose from that'll still allow you to sort of gain and I guess sort of keep your exclusive access to the supercharger. Basically, you can switch to another car if you want and still get full supercharger access, at least if you go with one of the cars made from these companies in the next year or so. As always, we've also got a bit more news on the highly anticipated refreshed Model 3 Project Highland that you're going to want to know about. If you missed it in the last video, I went through extensive detail on all the new additions. We got a ton of new info on this car. Some of the highlights included an upgraded audio system is coming to the new Model 3, Matrix LED headlights for all models, RGB ambient lighting inside, some interior refreshes, a rear screen for back passengers is being tested, similar to the one in the Model S and Model X, hardware force and new cameras. We're going to get an all-new design on the front and the back. All that stuff is making this car super exciting, and now we're hearing some new reports on when a launch for this model might be coming. And now that the end of Q2 has ended and we're sort of entering Q3, we're in the home stretch and this car could launch basically at any moment. According to several Chinese media sources, the refreshed Model 3 is allegedly going into production as early as anytime this month in July, like it could even be in production right now. These reports indicate that mass production would start in September and volume deliveries would happen sort of towards the end of this year, then early into 2024. Though even though volume productions might be a little bit later, we're hearing that just general deliveries of this vehicle could start as early as sometime in July, August, or September. So production should be starting soon according to these sources. That also aligns with the Reuters report that said Q3 is when production would start. So this new Model 3 may be hitting the road publicly for the first time in like a matter of days at this point. Also some good news here for the standard range Model 3, because we're hearing that when this refresh happens, Tesla's going to be giving a bit of a bigger battery in the rear wheel drive model, giving you about 10% more range for that cheapest Tesla. The range is going to go up from 272 up to just under 300, 299 miles of range on this cheapest Tesla. So a bit of a range boost coming when the Model 3 refresh happens, which is always very awesome to see. Now, I should mention there has been some discussion on whether or not this timeline is accurate or not, and I'm not entirely sure, but I will say if we look at sort of the broad scope of news, this does align not only with that initial Reuters report we got months ago that has seemed to be so far pretty accurate, but we've also heard from various sources that Giga Shanghai is building at least a limited quantity of these new Model 3s in prototype form already, if not sort of doing it right now. So there is a small number produced. We've also heard actually as of the last couple of days that Giga Shanghai has implemented a GPS jamming system to stop those sleuthing drone operators from flying their drones over and around the factory and capturing, allegedly, videos and images of this refreshed Model 3. In fact, we got some drone footage a couple of weeks ago that showed off this car in pretty good detail, again, over the Bay Area. Drone footage has also given us first looks at Cybertruck and other Tesla models, so obviously Tesla is trying to do everything they can to stop those drone operators from flying over. So it looks like because apparently production is at least going to begin and they have these prototypes built, they are putting those systems into place to stop the leaks from happening. Obviously, the leaks just keep coming from various other sources, but it seems like all signs do point to production of this car, at least in China, starting relatively soon, with Fremont and other locations to follow shortly after. Obviously, this leads to the question, should you buy now or should you wait? I've seen lots and lots of comments on this. I will say that I've answered this more in depth in other videos and we can talk about it in the comments. But now that Q2 has ended and that end of quarter push is over and those incentives will likely drop off, I would suggest that if you want the new Model 3, you should wait, because it seems like, again, according to rumors, we are a matter of weeks away from this actually at least going into production, if not actually getting some limited quantity deliveries to the public. So I would wait. So if you've waited this long and you're okay with potentially some slight price increases, we've heard pricing should be about the same as the current generation, at least according to Tesla Scope, I would probably wait and see what happens over the next couple of weeks, because it seems like a new Model 3 is launching very soon. And if you've waited this long, you might as well wait to get an all-new model that should be basically totally new on the inside and out from frunk to trunk. Now, whether you choose to pick up one of those heavily discounted Model 3s or another ultra impressive EV, there's one product that you're going to need to pair with your EV before you buy anything else on the market, and that is a high quality and really reliable level 2 charger. And if you're looking for one that is extremely well made, one that you can use at home and also take with you on the go, and also one that's got some really useful features and smarts built in, well, your search is over, because I have the perfect solution for you, and it is made by this video sponsor, ShockFlow. This is the ShockFlow G1 portable EV charger. It is the perfect companion for your EV, and it's got a couple of really useful features built in that really set it apart from everything else on the market. For starters, one of the things that I love here is that this is a 2-in-1 charger, so you can easily plug it in, use it at home, you can even mount it to the wall if you'd like, but it's also totally portable as well, so you can sort of take this on the go with you wherever you want to go. In fact, NEMA 1450 outlets are becoming way more common these days, and you can usually find them at hotels, restaurants, apartment buildings, even campgrounds. And with the G1, you can easily plug it in and start charging really easily. And speaking of charging, the G1 is 10 times faster than that puny standard 110 volt outlet. This can add up to 29 miles of distance per hour to your EV. It's also packing full IP67 protection, so it is water and dust proof. It's built extremely well, really nice design here, and it's even got a built-in screen that's really easy to read what's going on, and also can be used to easily make adjustments like scheduling charging to only happen when electricity rates are at their cheapest, so you can save some money as you charge your EV. And to make things even better, ShockFlow has even more to offer. They're running a special Empower Your Adventure challenge for a limited time where 2 lucky winners can win $2,000. All you've got to do is share a story about your adventure on Instagram, include the Empower Your Adventure hashtag to spread those empowerment vibes, and tag ShockFlow Official in your post caption. Also be sure you follow ShockFlow below on Instagram. I'll have full details down below if you want to check this out, see how to enter, see how you can win $2,000. Hopefully one of you guys, or maybe both of you, could be the 2 lucky winners for this awesome challenge. If you want to learn more, check out the full details, hit the link down below to learn more. And also while you're down there, check out the G1. Again, the perfect companion for your EV, built in IP67 protection, really great design, and just a really easy and versatile solution for charging your EV at home or on the go. So if you want to learn more about all this, check out what Chockfull has to offer and pick up a G1 for yourself today, which I recommend you do. Hit the link down below to learn more and check it out for yourself today. All right, switching gears, I've got some good news for anyone who is looking to buy a standard range Model Y. We'd seen a couple of days ago that the white seat option had mysteriously disappeared. You could no longer order that car with white seats, but now it has returned for some mysterious reasons, but only in the United States. So if you do want a standard range Model Y, you can buy that with black seats or white seats. But that is not the biggest Model Y news you need to know about, because an even bigger report came out over the last couple of days that says the Model Y line at Giga Texas is going to be going down for a couple of days as the line is retooled for some potential improvements and maybe even a refresh. Drive Tesla Canada reports that many of the Model Y workers are going to be moving over to the Cybertruck production line for about a week this month as the Model Y line gets retooled for some changes that should be added. Now, the Model Y already has hardware 4, so that can't be the change. And unlike the Model 3 refresh, the exterior design, the huge redesign from front to trunk, isn't expected to come until 2024, so it's probably not that either, which sort of leads to the question, what exactly is Tesla doing? What are they changing? Well, one option is that nothing changes. This could just be routine maintenance. We see no discernible change come to this car, and it basically was routine maintenance and nothing more. That certainly is a possibility. But a little bit more of an exciting rumor and a theory is that we did hear a couple of days ago that a Model Y interior refresh would be coming before the exterior refresh next year. And maybe this is that change. As Tesla readies the Model 3 refresh with all those interior changes, maybe they bring those to the Model Y as well. The design of the outside of the car wouldn't change for the Model Y, but the inside could get the new steering wheel with the touch-sensitive controls, RGB ambient lighting, ventilated seats, you get the rear screen. That is very possible here, and that could be why the line is going to be retooled. And they start with building these at Giga Texas first, then later move on to Fremont. We don't exactly know, to be clear, what this change is. These are just a couple of the theories floating around on the internet, but a big Model Y refresh, at least on the interior, could be coming in just a matter of weeks from now. All right, let's move on now to a very exciting story, what is the biggest story of the past few days, and that is that Tesla is finally moving closer than they've ever been before to launching their own app store. We've got some new leaks directly from Tesla themselves that suggest some big changes are coming to your car really soon. Funny enough, I just actually talked about a Tesla App Store in a previous video, mentioned that we have heard about a Tesla App Store being in the works for years, and now it looks like Tesla is finally looking to deliver their basically answer and their rival to Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Tesla has famously been against those two systems. They've done their own software that has its own strengths and weaknesses, but many users have wanted more. They've wanted an app store where you can download additional apps and games and stuff like that, and now it looks like it's finally coming. And the reason this is sort of resurfaced in the news cycle is that an all-new sort of module has launched on Tesla's website, specifically talking about third-party services and third-party apps. Presumably, this section of this website would sort of help you manage security preferences on what apps you've downloaded, what permissions they have, what services you have connected to your Tesla, and easily able to manage them in one place and add or remove things as needed. Now, information is sparse, but there are a couple of things to note here. Services in this case probably refer to the third-party services that have access to Tesla API. So this is Teslafy, Tessie, Teslascope, stuff like that. Services and apps that track your car, those are services. And apps, according to many different outlets, is going to refer to an actual app store. Again, we have heard that Tesla has been working on apps for years, that they're working with developers on some sort of app store. We've started to see hints of this. We've got the official MyQ integration that ties into the car. We've got Apple Music in the car, Tidal as well. And the idea is that you'd have a third-party app store that you could use to download free and maybe even paid apps that would let you have more media streaming options. Maybe you have Audible, Pandora, YouTube Music. You could download more games. You could download a Max app. You could download whatever other third-party video streaming app you want, basically having way more options and not being limited to just what Tesla has. One of the beauties of CarPlay and Android Auto is that you've got this vast ecosystem of an app store to sort of work with, and now it looks like this would not only be coming, but it'd be coming in the best way possible, because Tesla's an app store would have deep connectivity into the car, sort of like MyQ. It would integrate into all facets of the car. That's obviously why you'd have those security controls there, so you could remove apps if you didn't want them to have access anymore. But an app store is a really big deal, could have so many positive implications for your car, and could be a win-win for everyone involved. Developers could make some money by selling paid apps in the Tesla App Store. Tesla could make money by pulling an Apple or Google and taking a percentage of that as their sort of revenue split cut. It's a win-win for everyone involved, and according, again, to a bunch of rumors, it is closer to finally launching than it's ever been before. At least it's closer than it's been in basically the last couple of years. Okay, now in addition to the good news about the apps and App Store and all that, that's all amazing to hear, we've got some other big news you're going to want to know about, and that is a massive software update coming to your car right now. It has just become available over the last couple of days. It is starting to roll out, and it is packed with a ton of really awesome new features. This is update 2023.26, and it looks to be, according to the release notes, one of the biggest Tesla updates we've seen roll out so far this year, at least over the past couple of months. One of the biggest parts of this update is a refreshed Spotify player. We had heard a couple of weeks ago that Tesla had been working to sort of retool how they did media, and they were going to do a new player for Apple Music and Tidal and stuff like that. As I'm recording this video, we only have the release notes, so we have no idea what this refreshed Spotify looks like. So if you know, drop a comment down below. But according to the release notes, it should be new, it should be faster, more responsive, and should be the biggest refresh that Spotify has gotten in Tesla software basically since Spotify came to the Tesla a couple of years ago. So it's going to be a really big deal and should bring a lot of improvements. So if you've been having issues with Spotify and you're looking for some new features, this should be exactly what you're looking for. Plus, we've got some different additions here with gaming. You can now use any Bluetooth controller you want with your car for Tesla gaming. So PS5 controller, Xbox controller, go crazy. You can now use it in any Tesla. Also, your headlights are going to automatically turn on when windshield wipers are activated. So one less thing you've got to do. And then some other improvements coming here as well to Sentry Mode. Sentry Mode is now going to record if someone tries to open a door or trunk with the car is locked. So that's cool. It didn't really always work that well before, so now it's sort of baked into the software, and it should manually record for that if that happens. And also, you now have the ability to see all of the different camera views of your Tesla from the Tesla app, sort of like a 360-degree camera view, sort of a fake bird's eye top-down view, now accessible from the Tesla mobile app as long as you have premium connectivity and you've got that feature turned on. Also, a bunch of other small things included in this update, like the slider for adjusting things like temperature and charge limit are now more precise, and other little odds and ends that are better in this software update. All right, unfortunately, I've got to move from some good news to some not so good news, and that is that for anyone waiting for the lower cost Model 2, looks like that launch has now been delayed. New reports coming out over the last couple of days point to a labor dispute happening at Giga Mexico. This, of course, is going to be the latest state-of-the-art Tesla facility that would be the primary point of production for the cheaper, lower-cost Model 2. Tesla teased this vehicle not too long ago at a recent event. Current rumors say that it's going to have a $25,000-ish price tag and would be sort of a lower-cost, stripped-down version of the Model Y or Model 3. It'd be a little bit smaller, presumably. It'd have maybe a smaller screen, maybe wouldn't have a glass sunroof. Tesla's going to do some things to certainly cut down on cost, but the idea is that it'd be way more affordable, and we had heard that it could launch as early as 2024, but because there are issues even getting Giga Mexico built, looks like that has been pushed at least till 2025. So Model 2, cheaper Tesla is still in the works, but because of these delays in Mexico, looks like the launch of this is going to be pushed back by at least several months. So looks like cheaper Model 2 is going to be just a dream for a little bit longer. All right, and one more story you guys are going to absolutely love, and that is the chance to win a brand new Tesla of your choice. Model X, Model S, Model 3, Model Y, or Cybertruck, or if you want some cash, $50,000. This comes from the Chicago Chesed Fund. This is the 9th annual Tesla raffle they are doing, and it's an amazing organization. Their whole goal is to help families get back on their feet by offering goods and services like food, furniture, job placement, navigating government funding, and much more. So if you want to enter for a chance to win for yourself, hit the link down below in the description and use the code ROBERT to get $25 off 2 tickets or $500 off 15 tickets. Again, link down below. Code to use is Robert. $25 off 2 tickets or $500 off 15 tickets. Hurry, tickets are limited and they've only got 9,999 tickets available to be sold. So be sure to check it out down below. And also, if you buy 2 or more tickets before July 11th, you'll automatically be added into a special second drawing for the chance to win a bottle of Tesla tequila valued at $1,600 for no extra charge. Again, link is down below in the description. Click it to get entered and use that code Robert to get $25 off 2 tickets or $500 off 15 tickets. All right, guys, so as always, what are your thoughts on the Tesla news of the week? Let me know your thoughts down below, your thoughts on Volvo joining the NACS party, your thoughts on the App Store potentially coming soon, all the Tesla news, let me know. And again, I am doing a giveaway right now to give away $25 of Amazon credit totally for free. Anyone can enter in the world. As long as you can get on Amazon, you can get $25 for free. All you've got to do is a couple of things: subscribe to the channel, like this video, and drop a comment down below. It can be a comment on the video. It can be a comment on your Tesla about why you want a Tesla. It could be anything. Just leave a positive comment down below and I'll be picking someone at random. This is in conjunction with the last video I did. So you've got basically 2 chances to win if you watch this video and the previous video I have linked down below. 25 bucks. Gonna choose someone at random in a week and give away some free Amazon cash. Gonna be doing some more giveaways on this channel. So if you want to enter for a chance to win some free Amazon money, just subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment down below. As always, I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much for your support. I'm Robert Rosenfeld, and I'll see you all in the next one.